Hi, I'm Elisa Parker. We're broadcasting here from the Wild and Scenic Film Fest Media Lounge, and it has been an incredible day. Thousands of people have come to our little town in the Sierras to share their incredible stories around the wild and nature and just human beings doing extraordinary things that we might have said would never be possible. The river is a deep part of our community here in Nevada City, and I'm excited here to have Zach with us. He's representing the film Nowhere. Zach's a river, he's, in addition to being a river guide, he has a river company up on the Rogue, and is going to tell us about the how a band of people coming together in a community can really make a difference and stop something from mining and to help to save the creeks.
Exactly.
I just told the story of the film, Zach, but tell us what happened. And this is in Southern Oregon.
Yep. Well, these are rivers in Southern Oregon that are uniquely special to the world. They're among the most beautiful rivers I've ever seen. And they're under a threat for mining, basically, because they're so special. They also have a lot of nickel and chromium and things in them that miners want to get to, but they are deserving of protection. And they also provide clean water for all the local communities. And so a lot of the people who live down there basically banded together and formed coalitions and got together and said, we want this area protected from mining. And it's called a mineral withdrawal, and basically withdraws these rivers from being mined or from new mining claims. And through basically this local support, and then getting Oregon senators and various members of Congress involved, we were able to petition the Obama administration to get a 20-year mineral withdrawal. And what that does is it protects the river from mining for 20 years while Congress has time to develop legislation which is permanent protection that permanently protects these creeks.
What was the process in this film to help tell the stories of this activism? And was that done through personal stories of the people in the community?
Yeah, exactly. Nate Wilson, who's a friend of mine and a guide, he made the film. And he's somebody I've kayaked with, and we've kayaked these rivers together. That's a place we've shared as friends. And he basically went to different members of the community and interviewed them about why they care about the place or their connection to the place. And that's what the film is. It's basically a collection of their stories, and it shows all the local support for this place. And I really think that the key to us protecting our public lands now and moving forward is getting that local support. And it really documents the local support that we had.
Right, and Zach, a big part of Wild and Scenic is showcasing films that are solution-based and have actions, and actually have actions that people who are watching it can take it home. Mm-hmm. So what were some of the implications that Nate was hoping in creating this film, in addition to saving the creeks in Southern Oregon, stopping the mining from happening, and on that, so just on that larger scale, do you think, some of the takeaways?
I think the point Nate really wanted to make was that we need local support, and that I think a lot of places people don't know what these protections mean, or they're not behind them. And if you get the local support and then you start there first, instead of coming to an area and saying you want to protect this land, if you're an out-of-towner, you really need to have the local support first. I think that was what he was trying to get across.
Right, and then also just looking in your own backyard.
Yes.
Thinking what needs to happen here and how can we do something about this. I know here in Nevada City we have our own things with, trying to build the Centennial Dam. Even just recently there's been several mines that have wanted to reopen, and it was the community that came forth and said, not in our backyard. Yeah. It's not going to happen. Yeah. So it's a big, I think this film and just showcasing what everyday citizens can do to make a difference is huge. Yep. So you are a guide on the Rogue River. Can you just, it's probably a great interview a great way to wrap up the day. We Circle started as a result in protecting the Yuba River here. Can you just speak to a little bit, Zach, of the power of the river and being connected in that way, both through your livelihood and just your life in general? And what would you want to say to everyone about the magic of that experience?
I can just say it matters a lot to me personally. I hope it matters to other people too. And I know that when I go out there, it just gives me, I'm energized. I like the adrenaline from running some rapids, and I like the scenery, and I like camping and spending time with friends. And, we're very lucky that in the United States that we have the Wild and Scenic Rivers Act, the Wilderness Act. No other country in the world has these acts that protect our public lands, that allow us to go in them, and they're purposefully written in a way that we can go visit these places to get away from the everyday life. And so it certainly had a huge effect on my life. And who I am today is because of these public lands that have been protected by the people before us. And so I know it has a huge, profound impact on me. I assume it does for other people. I don't know because I'm not other people. But I know that it matters to me, and I'm very blessed that people want to do these trips and visit these places because it allows me to have this career in sharing them with them.
Right.
And so I'm glad that it makes an impact. But I know for me, it's just about being outside with friends and getting away from the world.
And my last question would be, so our theme this year at Wild and Scenic is groundswell, right? That emergence, resurgence, coming together. What does that mean for you right now when we think about groundswell on a personal basis, especially this year and given how wild it's been recently?
What does groundswell mean?
Groundswell's like that. Well, what does it feel like?
I don't know. I don't know what it means.
Right?
That's why I'm asking you.
It's like this. It's like coming up from the deep, like rising up together. And and for me, it's around really when you look at this emergence and resurgence of. There's a sense of collectiveness too, like coming from the depths and coming together. Like even when you think of water, for example, like we had a guest here, Leo, earlier, who's now a fisherman, and he talked about the groundswell of the water. You know, and you look at the tides and the ebbs and flows of that. So we've been looking at that sense of collectiveness, connectedness, and coming together to create something.
Yeah, I guess I always feel that. It's not like a new thing. Like I feel very lucky to be part of a community that's together and work in like coalitions of people who are teams. So I don't think it's a new thing. I think we've always kind of had it.
Right.
Sorry, I can't relate too well to it. I don't understand.
You're living it already. You're already living it, Zach. Yeah. Why would you tell everyone it's so important to come and experience a festival like Wild and Scenic?
This is my first time. It's really fun. There's super nice people. I just walk them in the street, I see friends that I know, and man, I'm really excited to come again. I think the big thing is just the community and like learning new things. And like today I went and saw a film about dams happening in Africa or South America. It was just fascinating. So it's just a good time.
Bringing the world right here to Nevada City, California, and people like Zach. The film is called Nowhere. Is it screening again?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. All right. Do you know where?
I think in Grass Valley.
In Grass Valley.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Zach. Enjoying time on the river. I'm Elisa Parker. It's been a great day. Thank you so much. Thanks for our volunteers as well and our crew for helping to make this day be an extraordinary day again at Wild and Scenic. And we will be back on Sunday, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. It's the Wild and Scenic Film Fest. Thanks.